Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome to the YOLK Podcast. We are so honored to have a returning guest, our first returning guest from the Martial Arts History Museum that started in 1999. That's 27 years and is in Glendale, and I can't wait for all of you guys to check it out. It is a worthy museum, and Michael MATSUDA, who started it, and is also a martial arts expert himself, physically and mentally. So he is the first one to do the monkey. What is it called? Monkey
Kung Fu. I'm the last teacher
of the art. The last of the monkey.
Of the art.
The monkey Kung Fu, which I wish we could have you just show a little bit, move. Maybe I'll try to twist his arm later. And the museum is an American museum that focuses on Asian art, music, culture, and history as it connects with the history of martial arts. Located in, again, Glendale, California. Google it. The Martial Arts History Museum is divided into several sections: China, Japan, Korea, Thailand, the Philippines, America, including Hawaii, and in a separate category, anime and media. It is a astounding trip of nostalgia and also film history for the martial arts. Let's start with, back on the first episode, we talked to you about your book, because you wrote a book. Please remind us what the audience, what the book is called.
Well, actually, I wrote several books since
then. Okay, a lot of books.
Yeah, a lot of books. History of the Museum.
Yeah.
The Martial Arts History Museum's Hall of Fame, Volume 1 through 4, and then Monkey Kung Fu book, and a few others.
Do you have your books up in front?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do a video of that after.
Okay.
And it's available on Amazon?
Yes, on Amazon.
Okay, thank you. I'll take photos of that so you guys can check it out, see his other skills as a writer. And did you write that yourself, or did you have somebody help you as well? Like a lot of people do
No, I write it all myself, every bit of it.
How did you have time? Because you were doing a normal job with that as well.
You got to squeeze it in. You know, a little here, a little there. I try to write one book every 2 years. And I'm writing my autobiography right now.
Ooh, a memoir.
And I'm done with it. I'm just putting the pictures in.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
And I try to squeeze it in. So, I'm always trying to do something.
Yeah, and when it's really good, people always want to do a movie out of it. So, like, you guys, the last Monkey Kung Fu, like how you would not make a movie about that kind of person. And when you started this martial arts museum out of your own, I know a lot of people probably asked you already, but has it changed, that passion that you wanted to start this kind of museum?
No, it's always been there. It's always been there. I've never lost faith. Never lost faith. We've had the same mission since day one, even till today. So I firmly believe in the museum. This is our 27th year. We got another 27 more, or even more than that. So I strongly believe in the museum, what we're trying to do, and what we can do for the community.
When you I don't know if this is I'm not saying it's a fact, but if you run for office, you can probably it's a nonprofit organization, so you can do all your campaigns here.
There you go.
Right? And the other thing I noticed is that you just had an event, actually 2 events, to honor some martial arts. He has awards to honor the ones who did martial arts in the past, and I would call them the forgotten martial artists. And then I'm glad he doesn't give awards to just somebody who just did it for 5 years because of fame, because there has to be pioneers to help other people be where they are today. And one of them was Benny, how do you say his name?
Benny Urquidez.
Urquidez. I say that right.
You said it right.
Yeah.
You're great.
Benny Urquidez, and also thank you. Lady Lane also got an award, and it's like 27 years of this museum, and he is friends with Lady Lane, but he didn't give it to her 10 years ago. He gave her the award after a few years. So you had that event and you had a bunch of famous people drop by to honor
Benyukides.
Kaj.
Yeah, we're the only official martial arts history museum Hall of Fame, period.
Right.
We're the official one for the whole community.
And please talk to, kind of like wave to the
well, we're the only one in the world that has the Hall of Fame that's recognized by the museum. And it's important that we acknowledge people who made history, who changed history, not just did this or that or won a few trophies, but someone who has changed history for the better.
That's very
important. And that's what we do
Yeah.
that here in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily give an award to Keanu Reeves, but he wants to honor also the ones before Keanu Reeves.
Right.
Personally, I don't know this Mr. Reeves, but I imagine when you had him here and showed him around, how did that make you feel?
I was so excited to have a star like Keanu Reeves here. He's part of the museum as far as film and TV and all that, and his picture's here. So it was nice to show him around, show him his picture, that he did make an impact. He's not a martial artist, but he learns the martial arts for the movies. So it's
is there a difference?
Yeah, they just tell him what to do.
Oh,
so he doesn't study the martial arts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think he studied some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and all that, but Kung Fu and all that.
Yeah, it looks so believable.
It looks great on movies.
In The Matrix and all those other movies he did. Something 47 Ronin or something.
Yeah, he looks fantastic in it though.
Yeah, and also when you say you honor the people who study it and it's not really choreographed.
Right.
Will you start honoring any stunt coordinators?
Not really, unless they made a mark. It became the very first one to do something. Like Kim Kahana was one of the very first martial artists who became a stunt coordinator and had his own company, and he helped make all these films because of martial arts. So that's one of the people we honored in the Hall of Fame because he was the first one, Kim Kahana.
Right.
But other people like that made an impact, those are the people we look at.
Is it just because they were born before other people, or like they just who? Okay, when you're the first of any kind, of martial artists or any first cartoonist, all this, I'm like wondering who did they study from, right? Like how does that happen? Like you're the last monkey kung fu, and how many people were in front of you?
Maybe about 6 of them. 6 in front.
Only 6?
Yeah, only 6. The art's only 100 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Only 6, and the family tree is literally real short.
And you don't want to start a school to
No, I don't.
Teach it?
No, I do teach it. I still teach it every week.
Okay, good.
Just privately to students, yeah.
Oh, so hopefully, like out of your students, somebody's going to rise up.
Maybe someone will carry
the
on.
Tradition.
Yeah. But it being the first, the martial arts in America isn't that old. We're talking the 50s, 60s, 1960s that made the impact. So there's a lot of first during that time period. The first one to teach mixed martial arts, the first one to open this or do that. So it's not hard to trace here in America.
Okay.
Many of us have lived through it, so we can see who did it. So that's why the Hall of Fame is important, to look at those who made that mark, those who changed history.
And what do you think, one of the things I find interesting about this museum, and of course you're promoting it because the sweat and blood came into this museum. It's a nonprofit organization, so remember that when you guys come here. How is it designed? Like, did you take design school? Like, how do you plan on designing the way you did it?
Well, I did. When I decided to do the museum, I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to fail. And I needed to know every aspect. So after I finished my journalism degree, I went back to school for another 8 to 10 years to learn design, to learn writing, to learn, you name it. I went to film school, American Film Institute, to learn how to do directing and producing, to make my own videos, and to do all the stuff in here. I went back to school. So that way I learned everything.
At what age
and everything.
was that?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Well, we started the museum in 1999, so 8 years behind that. So we're talking, what, 1990?
Okay.
So I started doing all that other stuff.
But you left journalism to to do that?
Yeah, I was still doing journalism.
Oh, okay.
I was still working. I was, I was producing a magazine, and I was doing commercials and film. All at the same time, I was going back to school.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I had to learn, how to do design. And then I met with many museums, and I went to all over Washington, D.C., and many museums to see their style and design. And they were very open with me. And so I learned a lot from them. And that's how I designed this. It looks really good.
The one business that doesn't mind if you steal their ideas is the museums, right?
The museum, yeah. Because they have the same goal. They want to share, history. They want to share art. They want to share with the next generation and keep it going forever. So we all have the same thing in common. So we're not in competition with each other. We try to promote each other.
After you started doing the museum, the heavy lifting was done by you first, and Karen, your wife, does she help out on the events, right?
She does all the books. All the books,
okay.
all the, anything that has to do with finance and money or things like that, she does.
Can you please tell them, which will be on the video anyways, where they can donate? We're going to do this in incremental times.
They can donate at our website is mamuseum.com or martialartsmuseum.com, and they could donate there. We are a nonprofit, so it is tax deductible, and we appreciate donations and sponsorships.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna send money to the congressman campaigns, and they're not doing anything, but you got something here that's completed already.
There you go. I like it. I like that.
Yeah, people who follow through is very important, and I'm not gonna push you guys on my ideals, but part of this here on our previous break, I showed you some video of the museum so you can see it for yourself, but not see everything, because I want you to come experience it yourself, because it is amazing to see a variety of Asians, and also outside Asians, I guess you call them, where they know and honor the martial arts. So we have costumes, we have weapons, we have stories and some history about each person and each I guess you call it field of martial arts.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We have movie props.
Yes.
Even games.
Oh yeah, we have a little video standing game here for your kids who if they get bored here, you can send them to the video game. And then the Martial Arts Museum has this thing where they have you can have an event here. I mean, imagine. I sound like QVC right now, but but imagine having a birthday party here. Like and you can't touch everything, but you can have your kid's birthday party here. It's amazing. I'm sorry, it's just an idea, and you can have your screening here.
Yeah, we do a lot of screenings.
Yeah,
we do
film
a lot of
screenings. If you want to show your film in widescreen, not as much theater screen, but it is a big TV. How big is it?
100 inches.
100 inches. That's bigger than most of you guys TV. So you can have your film screenings, your short films, your what do you call it? Little narrative features. You can totally have it here, and contact him to make arrangements, or his wife Karen, who does the books. So I just wanted to point that out because I just noticed it. And I don't want you guys to wait until the end to get that information, because in case you don't watch the end. So one of the things that I noticed that how do you, like, you already had a whole library in your head of martial artists, experts, and also I guess athletes. You already knew everybody.
Yeah, I've been doing martial arts since 1967. So I grew up with everybody.
Yeah.
I wrote for the magazines for 20 years.
Inside Kung Fu.
Yeah, Inside Kung Fu, Black Belt. And then I was there at the events. I had my own magazine. So martial arts, again, is not that old. So I grew up with everybody. I've written history books and all that. So living the history, being part of that history makes a difference.
When you started martial arts, how old were you?
I was 7.
Oh, wow, you started really young.
Yeah.
How come you didn't go into film after you did the martial arts?
I did when...
As a stunt actor, or?
No, I tried stunts and I didn't like it. I had no fun, but I liked behind the camera. So that's why I went to the American Film Institute to be a producer. So
That's an expensive school, AFI. Yeah.
Well, the thing I was doing for work, it was producing commercials. So that's what I did. I did commercials for Blue Cross of California. And I worked for the company as a producer, and I hired a director and the cast and all that.
But there is no martial arts in Blue Cross. There's no martial arts in Blue Cross.
No. But I hired a lot of people that do martial arts as a director and stunt coordinator, because there were some stunts and stuff and their little stuff. And I hired them when I used to have my commercials. So I always involve martial arts people.
Yeah,
in my stuff.
And have you done a session of martial arts, I guess you call it, I guess a show? You know how food, they have a night market and they show all the food and make all the food. Have you done one with a martial artist show? I guess.
Yeah, we've done a small convention in here,
Okay.
and we focused on comic book artists, because
Okay.
comic books are part of martial arts, and we had the whole area with all these well-known martial arts, not martial artists, but comic book writers and you know, and artists.
They must have
and
loved
all
that.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh.
Yeah, we've done that, and our convention called Dragon Fest, we have a lot of people there that do art and stuff.
It's interesting that you say that, because I'm pitching to get Shannon Tyndall, who did Ultraman Rising, directed that movie with John Ayashima. I probably said his name wrong. And then Ashima, yeah. And then with Christopher Sean as the main lead of that Ultraman Rising. And he's doing a new John Wick.
Oh, nice.
Animated. And
okay.
I requested for him, and he said he's going to do it, and I might move it here because he's really close to Glendale.
Oh, good. Yeah,
so
yeah.
The fact that you say the comic book artists and artists in general, I think he would love that.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
so
that'd
that
be
would happen.
fantastic.
And gosh, if it doesn't happen, knock on wood. But when you did the martial arts, how would you say, like, you talked your wife into this kind of business?
Well, you know, when I started, I did it without her. I did it on my own. And I was.
And you were able to meet somebody doing the writing, the work, and the museum.
I did it all.
Yeah.
And we were a traveling exhibit at first.
Yeah.
So every month, me and sometimes my student or just by myself, we go to a convention and we set up a booth. It was a big booth, and we set that up. And I did that for 3 years, and I was doing all the books and everything. And my wife felt sorry for me, and she said, "No, I'm going to do it." So she came on board to help me out.
On your first date?
No, after about 3 years.
Okay.
No, we'd been married already 10 years before we started the museum.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we met in high school.
Oh, so okay. Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Your high school sweethearts.
Right,
Oh, so that's why you had time to get
Yeah,
married.
we met in high school, and then it was another 10 years we got married.
Yeah.
And then another 10 years after that's when I started the museum.
Oh, I see. Wow, yeah. This is in your book in the future. Did you come up with the title for your book yet?
Yeah, Never Give Up on Your Dreams.
Ah,
That's
okay.
my autobiography.
Oh.
Yeah. And that
No one took that title yet?
Well, you can do any title.
Oh, really?
You know, for books, you can use any title.
Oh, everybody has
Anybody can use the
same titles?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like a movie.
Uh-huh.
You know, how many movies are out there you could call it any name?
When you saw Shannon Lee come in for your event for Benny, to honor Benny, were you really, did you guys talk about anything that was related to the martial arts?
Yeah, you know, Shannon, you know, her father, Bruce Lee, of course, is the biggest, most popular icon of the martial arts. And she's trying to carry on his legacy. And that's what we're doing here as well.
Yeah.
So she saw all the artifacts, did interviews here, and I was very happy that we had her
she
here.
did do interviews.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good.
So that's good, you know, because we want everybody to come on board. We are the last hope. We are the last hope. This is it. And if we don't succeed, all the history of the martial arts is going to be lost forever.
Right.
And all these Asians that came and sacrificed and went through prejudice and racism to bring the arts to America, everything they did will be lost forever. So I'm trying to prevent that. And that's why we have a museum.
Yeah.
Even if you don't love martial arts or aren't a martial artist, look at all our Asian history.
Yeah.
Look at what people did to bring those arts and what they lost and what they
Yeah.
sacrificed.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important that we keep this alive for many, many, many years after we're gone. They can look back and see that's how the positive influence of the Asian American community did on America.
This is not sexist to ask because they ask women all the time. Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
So this is your child then?
This is it. This is my
the
child.
Yeah. Some people have pets and you have a museum.
There you go.
Did Shannon ask you if you should make Bruce Lee's part bigger?
No, she didn't.
Oh, good for her.
That's all right.
Lady Elaine, how did she feel after because we will do her interview sometime soon. How did she feel about the honor?
She was very honored. She was very shocked. You know, one of the parts...
Oh, you surprised her?
I did. I surprised
okay.
her. We have two categories in the Hall of Fame. Those competitors, founders, people who change history as part of one area of the Hall of Fame. And then the second part of the Hall of Fame is our Contributors Award called a Funakoshi Award. And it is Funakoshi, named after Jijun Funakoshi. And it is someone who gave of themselves to help the martial arts community or help the museum. And she has been part of this museum for over a decade. Always here, helping out, doing classes, helping set up.
See, that's called philanthropy.
Yeah.
You don't just give money, you give time.
Yep.
And that's what she did.
And that's what she did. She gave of herself continually, and I surprised her with the Funakoshi Award into the Hall of Fame.
Oh my God.
It was a privilege. It was a privilege.
Oh, that's very, very sweet, because people make news about people who give $2 million. I mean, that's fantastic, but still, it's just writing a check is just, it's helpful as well as, but if you immerse yourself into, it's like, almost like community service. If you do that, it makes you really be proud of what you donated too. I feel like that would make it. You
know, even though we have a lot of pioneers in the martial arts, I feel it is those people who have come here, given of themselves, given whatever money they can, whatever time they have. Those, to me, are the pioneers.
Yeah.
Those people who sacrifice so much to make us succeed without asking for anything in return. Those, to me, are the pioneers of the museum.
Exactly. Okay, we now at the end of our interview where we want to do the personal questions. I don't remember right now exactly if I did it for his audio version, but this is our video version of his episode that we didn't have at the time. So now I come back and I want to ask you, it's actually just 6 questions. I lowered it from 10 to not torture the audience. Coffee or tea? I should actually, you know what? I should do soda.
There you go.
Or coffee.
Yeah, soda.
Soda, okay. So you said you like folk music, a lot of music, but mainly folk. I'm trying to think who I know is folk. So many folk singers.
Yeah.
Who's that guy that sings about mountains all the time?
Denver, right, John?
Yes. Okay. The Carpenters or John Denver?
Carpenters.
Thank you. Movie theater or streaming?
Movie theater. Yeah, movie theater.
Wow. See how he supports the ones that are the hardest to support. Because their tickets are so expensive.
I know. It's terrible.
Mom or dad?
Mom.
The most influence for you?
Yeah.
Well, how did she influence you?
She was a great mom. You know, my mom saw I had the creativity. And when she'd buy things, presents or stuff, she'd find things that are creative, like the spirograph or different building things. My brother's more mechanical, so she bought mechanical stuff, but she saw the creativeness in me and catered to that, and which I'm very thankful. She was a seamstress, and she made wedding dresses, but such detail she made.
Oh my
and
God.
if she didn't like it, she'd rip it apart and do it again. And she was just so creative, and I admire that. She was a workaholic too.
Yeah. So the wedding dresses are not easy to make.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So Wing Chun or Jeet Kune Do?
Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of moves. What did you excel first in your martial arts? when you were a child, 7 years old?
Well, when I was 7, my dad put me in. Well, actually, I kind of flirted with Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I learned a little Kung Fu unofficially from a Kung Fu instructor, but my official class was about half a year later, and I studied Judo. Judo at the Japanese Community Center. We were very involved with the Japanese Community Center, and they didn't accept kids, but they did because we were part of it. And it was the worst experience of my life. I was a little kid and they were flipping me everywhere because I was so small. Everybody else was over 18. And I was just a rag doll. I hated it. But
and your bones break and heals faster.
Yeah, and I committed to 1 year. My dad said 1 year because my dad used to do judo. And 1 year to the day, I quit.
Oh my God.
But about a few months later, the bully in elementary school jumped me. I grabbed him, I flipped him, and that was it. He was on the ground, never picked on me again. And I said, that's it. Martial arts is for me. And I had to find something I liked, but I knew martial arts was going to be with me the rest of my life.
And they never made you play piano or anything?
No, I tickled the ivories a little bit, but I enjoyed martial arts. I enjoyed sports. We were in the YMCA, and I enjoyed that a lot. But it was martial arts I really excelled at, really loved.
Yeah, I regret not learning it. I took Jeet Kune Do for 3 months, and they kicked me out because I was making too much noise. Even though there's no contact. So 3 things you take in a box.
Oh.
If you had to escape anywhere due to some disaster, what 3 things would you take in a box?
Oh, what a hard question. A knife would be one of them.
Okay.
A knife that has different things on it. That would be one of them. Gosh.
And your wife is already included. You don't have to. You didn't. Who forgets their family?
Gosh. I wouldn't know what else to take.
Really? You wouldn't?
I wouldn't know what else to take. Like if your house was on fire, I grab probably one of the computers or something that had all our pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Or phone that had all our pictures so I can always have that.
Yeah.
But that would probably be it. Unless
Wow.
you
can survive with just a knife.
Yeah, I would do my best. I would do my best with a knife. It depends where.
Yeah.
It depends where. Flashlight or something like that, or water or something.
No, that water filter.
Yeah, water filter.
That would
something
probably
like
be
there
a
you
good
go.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, or something else to survive.
Yeah.
So it all depends where.
Because you asked me about your hair earlier, maybe scissors, unless you can do it with
there
your
There you
knife.
go, scissors.
Unless you can do it with your knife.
There you go, cut my hair with a knife. There you go.
They do it on TV all the time, but I'm like, is that real? Like, it seems dangerous. Thank you, Michael MATSUDA, for letting us interview a second time for OG YOLK Podcast, and also thank you for the Martial Arts Museum, Martial Arts History Museum, I just want to say it right, for existing and continuing to support the community and also this martial arts culture. If you can see the movies, but then it just disappears from your head. But this one, when you visit here, it really solidifies your passion for the martial arts. Please check this out. And again, the Martial Arts History Museum, I think the website is martialartsmuseum.com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, martialartsmuseum.com. MARTIAL museum, artsmuseum.com, just in case you guys need spell check. And thank you again, Michael.
Oh, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure, and I think for anybody that feels museums or history is important, to come on board and help us out. Yeah, and he might be able to forward you some contacts to take your first lesson. He knows, he knows everybody in this industry, so thank you very much.
Stay tuned for the next episode. Pop the yolk and spread the love. Yolk is back.